Hey there folks, and welcome back for another video. I'm your host CDB, or you can call me Chris, and today we're going to use the Broman razor, but this time on the dome. And this is going to tell me a lot more about this razor because I used it on my face yesterday and it did a fine job. It's very, very mild though, so I'm concerned it might not be efficient enough for head shaving, but we're going to find out. I do like the pivot, and for those of you who haven't seen it, it comes in a case like this, or excuse me, it comes with a stand. The stand is pretty cool because if I can get it open here, if I can pull the right side. Oh, there we go, finally. Anyway, it opens up and this thing uses half DE blades. So you can either buy the DE blades already in half, or you can snap DE blades in half. And I'll show you here's the way the razor is. I'm gonna pop the top there. It's got a hinge, it comes down. And the half DE blade rides in there like so. So we'll pull that back up, put it down again. This piece is plastic. I mentioned in my video yesterday, I would like to see that as aluminum ideally, because I think it would be more durable, but you know, I'm not an engineer, so that might not be feasible for this razor. The rest of the razor is die cast metal. It is 35 pounds, Great Britain pounds, or British pounds, whatever you want to call it. That is $43 US and $50 to your door in the US. So in Britain, I imagine the shipping or whatever would be less, but 43 pounds is what this razor cost. And again, I had a decent head shave with it yesterday, so we're just going to continue along that path. We're also going to use the most expensive soap that I own on a per ounce basis. And you're going to be shocked when I show it to you. DR Harris. It was mind-blowing when I looked this up and figured out what this shaving stick costs per ounce. It costs $18 for 40 grams, which is 1.41 ounces, and that comes to $12. Elizabeth, I'm coming to join you, honey. For those of you who have never seen Sanford and Son, oh, Elizabeth, $12.76 per ounce. I bought this a long time ago, and obviously I didn't pay attention. $12! That's more than Martin de Condre per ounce. I mean, that's insane. Now they do sell the puck, which is 3.52 ounces. You can get that for $18. So get the puck and use it as a shave stick instead of the shave stick, because that costs $18 too, and that's $5.11 per ounce, which is still pretty expensive. But it's far less than $12.76 per ounce. Again, get the puck and put it in a plastic bag or a soap case or something, and you can use it just like a shave stick. Don't waste your money on buying the stick because it's crazy expensive for how much you get, which is not a lot. Okay, let's go ahead and wet the dome. While I'm applying moisture here, I want to mention, again, I want you to go to the Scented Soldier Shaves channel, which I will link below. Actually, I'll link the video. He has a video, and it's called 10 Great Cheap Frags Under $35. He and I are doing a collaboration giveaway. Go to that video. First, hit subscribe on his channel because he's a good dude, and he deserves your subscription, I think. And then comment on that video below. Hashtag IamCDB. I'll put it right there for you. Hashtag IamCDB. That's all you have to do to be entered. And if you win, if your name is drawn, you'll get a free bottle of the frag that we pick out of that list. I'll get one, you get one. And I'm also throwing in a Yaki brush and the Pascal Square Root razor. So nice giveaway. So go check out, again, the Scented Soldier Shaves and enter for that giveaway. Okay, so we're gonna soap up today. This is gonna be interesting. The next head shave I do after this one, the next video I make, anyway, because I don't record all the head shaves. Next time I make a head shaving video, I'm going to use the Leaf on one side and the Broman on the other just to compare them. But this first shave, I wanted to use it by itself and just see how it goes. And again, this is not a comprehensive review. I don't call myself a reviewer. I have done it in the past. I don't like to do it. This is just a video where I give my thoughts as I'm using the razor. I did have a good face shave, but it is mild. So if you prefer a lot of blade feel, this one may not be for you. I can tell you that right now. I'm just being very honest with you. But I did get a decent shave out of it. So, I mean, That's always a plus. Okay, we're using the Simpson Trafalgar T3 brush, which is, I have found to be a pretty good brush. In fact, well, suds flying off there. For me, it is the best Simpson synthetic that I have tried. I had the Simpson Chubby 2s when they were first released, and initially I liked them, but then when I tried other synthetic brushes, I quickly realized they were set far too low. And it's interesting because in the thread where we were talking about Simpson synthetic brushes the other day, I was talking to a gent, and he said he tried to get Simpson to set his Chubby up a little bit, and they said absolutely not. And to me, I understand that every brush maker, makes things the way they make it, but that comes off as quite arrogant to me, and I don't like it. I mean, it was just a hard no, according to him. And it's like, the customer matters, but I don't know, maybe to Simpson, they don't. They're just like, "Where's Simpson? We do what we want to," I don't know. I mean, they've been in business making brushes for a long time, and they do make good brushes. I had many of their Badgers. They were good. They shedded a lot. That was one of the things I was always annoyed with. But they do make good brushes. But it seems like on the issue of synthetics, they just don't appear to be inclined to take any feedback. Like, nah, whatever, And so therefore, they're not going to be in the race in the way that other brush makers are who will listen, But this brush, I will say, is pretty good. I mean, relative to the Chubby 2. Most of my other synthetics are better, honestly. But that was pretty good for a Simpson. Let's caveat that. Okay. Here we go with the first head shave with the Broman. And again, this is a mild razor. I can't emphasize that enough. You do not feel a lot of blade with this razor. It does pivot. I like the pivot. I found that very helpful for head shaving, personally. And the blade in here, I can't remember what it is. I think it's Supermax. Honestly, I can't remember. But we're going to give this thing a go and see how it goes. It feels a little different from the leaf. It doesn't feel quite as comfortable for me, but that said, nothing would, because I've been using the leaf for several weeks straight, and I'm quite comfortable with it at this point. So really nothing would probably feel as good as a leaf for me right now, but this feels, just feels different. And I'm doing my best to get this hair mowed down. The issue with this razor for me is you can't feel it doing a lot, so you don't really know whether it's doing a good job. In that respect, it kind of reminds me of the One Blade, where the One Blade's quite mild, and sometimes you don't even feel it cutting, but it is. And so, okay, I'm feeling a lot of hair left over there once I've already made several passes, so I don't know. I know it's cutting. I just don't know how well, so, we'll do what we would normally do with the leaf in terms of making similar passes and sort of trying to simulate the same amount of strokes, because I just want to know, is this one efficient? Is it as efficient as the leaf? And, we don't know. It's the first time we've ever used it. And so you have to give it a chance. My gut feeling coming into it was there would be no way it's as efficient as the leaf, because it just felt so, mild on my face. I can see some hair coming off, so I just don't know at what level of efficiency this razor is operating. So, we're just going to have to keep plugging. And it doesn't feel as comfortable to me. The leaf lays a different way. I don't know how to explain it. This one feels a little more like a regular DE razor. Okay, we would normally do this with the leaf here. So again, we want to make sure we're giving this razor, every chance to succeed. But I don't know. I don't know. I'm feeling a lot of hair there after that first pass. So let's wet and go for our second pass. So usually with the leaf, we do a pass that way, we do a pass that way, and a few touch-ups, and then we're done. I'm feeling a lot more hair than I typically feel after using the leaf. So, you know, this razor may not be for me, and I can only speak for me. I cannot emphasize that enough. You may get this razor and use it on your head or face and think it's the best razor you've ever used and incredibly efficient and so on and so forth. I find it quite a bit mild. It's very much on the mild spectrum as far as I'm concerned. By the way, good scrub to this brush. So Frank, if you happen to be watching from Wet Shaving and Stuff, I think you're going to be happy with the scrub on this brush. So if you want to scrub with it, you certainly can with this brush. So there's that. It does perform that role if you want to get some scrub. And I'm committed to using it because I just wanted to use it for a while and see if I liked it. And honestly, I was pleasantly surprised by it. As I said, it's the best synthetic that I've ever used from Simpson. Is it among my best synthetics? Nope. Not because, you know, I prefer a softer synthetic without scrub, but it's pretty good, you know. It's pretty good. It's worth checking out, I would say, because it is, it comes at a reasonable price. I can't remember what it is, somewhere around maybe 30 bucks-ish. Okay. So let's see now if we can whittle this hair down a little bit, or if I'm going to have to come in behind this with the leaf, which I don't have any blades loaded for. Of course, the leaf uses 3 blades, so maybe that's a unfair advantage, but you know, that's the design of the razor. It just works really well for me for shaving the head. So we're definitely going to give this Broman its best shot to work very, very well. And again, what I'm looking to find out here is, using the same type of effort that I use with the leaf, how close does this come? You know, now perhaps I can do a lot of extra things with this razor and get to the same place I get with the leaf, but that's not what I'm trying to do. I want to do a similar shave like I would do with the leaf and see how this comes out. My feeling is, after that first pass where I just felt a lot of leftover hair, is that this one isn't going to have the same capability for the same effort. It may indeed be able to produce a good head shave, but it may not be as efficient, meaning you have to do more. But, you know, we'll see. And, you know, I'm going to do some touching up with this just like I would with the leaf. I definitely feel it cutting, so, you know, it's not like it's not cutting at all. I'm just not sure how well it's actually doing. Because it's difficult. This is one of those razors where it's difficult to actually feel. Oof. Wowee, there's a lot. Now, one of the things I would mention here is, you know, this is the first time I've shaved my head with this razor, so please take that into consideration. I'm gonna have to lather up again. Let's get some water in there. Because I felt a lot of hair there on top. So I think I'm pretty close to answering the question that I set out to answer is, if I do mostly the same thing that I do with the leaf, does this achieve the same result? And the answer, I think, is no, but we're going to touch up. You know, this is more touching up. Usually with the leaf, I have to work a lot in this area right here. You see me doing that, so let's do that. You can hear that a little bit, or at least I can. There we go. Trying to get that part. These 2 spots are usually tough. And usually I go back over here with the leaf. Where I don't have hair left over is usually here, and there is. Now that could be just my unfamiliarity. Let's put it a different way, being unfamiliar with this razor. So let's touch up. Yeah, usually I don't have to do any touching up through here. It's always right here. But, wow, there's a lot. Woo-hoo. There is a lot left over in the back. In fact, there's a lot left over pretty much everywhere. Okay, it's time to bring the leaf in for the rescue. I'm not going to record that part because you've seen me use the leaf 1,000 times. But what I can say based on first use, and again, we'll give this razor more time. Next time we'll bring both of them together side by side. This one, for me, only speaking for me, is far more effective and efficient in shaving the head. So usually I do one pass against the grain, one pass with the grain, and touching up the sides, and I'm good with the leaf. I've got hair still here on top. I've got hair there. I've got a lot of hair, lots of hair still in the back. That never happens with the leaf. So my initial suspicions about this razor is that it might not be as efficient as I would like on the dome based on this first use is founded. But we're going to keep plugging with it. So don't make a judgment based on my first use. I'm just reporting to you what's happening. And this one for a first use in terms of a head shaver, it's not for me. The leaf is far more effective for me. We'll use it on and off camera and see if it gets better. But my feeling is, based on this use, is that this will probably never be as effective for me, just due to its design. It's extremely mild. It's hard to reach some places, and it just didn't do a great job for head shaving. It did a good job for face shaving. So, if you're only looking at this for face shaving, it's mild, but it did a good job, and we're going to use it more. So, we're just going to really have to reserve judgment on this razor right now. But, if you're looking for a really mild shaver for face shaving, I think it's absolutely worth a try. If you're looking for blade feel, aggression, and efficiency, I would say no. But again, let's give it more time and see what happens. I want to thank everybody for joining me once again. Until next time, I've been your host, CDB, and I'm reminding you, it's your shave, do it your way, and God bless.